Kanye West is one of the most controversial figures in the hip-hop industry, and the rapper continues to assert this status over the past couple of years, ever since his statements about fascism and Jews became public knowledge discussed on every news channel. But Kanye not only likes to speak out about minorities, but also doesn't mind going after his colleagues in the music industry. Over the years of his career, the rapper has accumulated quite a few beefs, and it seems like he doesn't intend to stop. Now, the rapper has started a clash with the last person in the industry who remained on his side, Playboy Carti. It is worth noting that the artist maintained a strong friendship despite all of Kanye's controversial actions, but now, it seems both rappers are serious. Things have escalated to public insults from both sides. The reason behind all the noise is Carti's latest release, I Am Music. But Kanye West's fiery nature didn't stop at Carti. His fire also hit Kendrick Lamar, Future, Travis Scott, Drake, and many others. It seems that Kanye West is now set against all the biggest rappers in the global industry. Well, watching Kanye and his antics has already become a habit for hip-hop fans, so today we will try to break down all the details of the beefs that have happened in the past weeks. Sit back and relax, and we begin. To not get confused in the chronology of everything that happened, we must start with the fact that Kanye West and Playboy Carti were planning to release a joint album. The rappers' relationship remained strong and friendly for quite a long time, even despite everything Kanye had done over the past couple of years. Carti also participated in the album Vultures, and Kanye even posted a list of artists who had never betrayed him, which of course included Carti, as well as Young Thug, Quavo, A$AP Rocky, A$AP Nast, and Eminem. But now, the album seems like it will never be released, at least not anytime soon. Kanye wrote on Twitter, quote, "We were working on a project. I'm sorry this won't happen anymore." So how did it all start? The reason for the quarrel between the rappers was Carti's latest release, I Am Music. Kanye claims that he was supposed to appear on the album, but he was removed due to his problematic statements on Twitter. There's nothing surprising about this, as over the past year, the rapper has posted so much that it would be enough for every person on the planet to feel offended. The events unfolded in a rather strange way. Kanye's ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, posted a screenshot in her stories with the lyrics of Playboy Carti's track Fine Shit, which mentions Kim's lingerie brand Skims. Carti reposted this and wrote, "Tell my niece North to send me the song." Of course, North is not Carti's niece, but the rapper was indeed in a close friendship with West and considered him a brother, while viewing his children as his nieces and nephews. This indicates that Carti sees Kanye as a very close person, but Kanye thought otherwise. This phrase from Carti's social media deeply offended Kanye. He was outraged that Carti first excluded him from the album and then asked Kim for their daughter Northwest to record a verse for him. On his account, Kanye wrote, "I decided that North will not have songs with Carti. How am I even supposed to feel about this if I was thrown off the album? And now he wants a verse from my daughter? Hey North, your dad made me part of the biggest song of my career, and I threw him off the album because of his tweets. But North is my niece, so I should get her verse."
This ain't your niece, nigga. This is my daughter, nigga. Don't fuck with me, boy. Don't fucking play with me, nigga. You letting these white people use us against each other. You letting these Jews use us against each other, nigga. I put you on, nigga.
Last Saturday, a track called Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine appeared online, featuring Diddy, Northwest, Diddy's son Christian King Combs, and up-and-coming Chicago artist Jasmine Williams. According to reports, Kim Kardashian tried to file a petition in court to ban Kanye from releasing the new track.
Ready, set, get on your mark, drink champagne in Spain and piss in the same.
Kim Kardashian was clearly unhappy that her daughter appeared in such projects. She decided to go to court to demand the track's removal. By law, she has the right to do so. As it turns out, Kim owns the copyrights to their children's names, and no one can use them without her permission. Kanye published screenshots of their conversation, where Kim explains that she will transfer the rights to the children when they reach adulthood. In response, West threatened, "Fix this, or I will start a war, and none of us will recover from the consequences when everything goes public." It looks like this whole series of events really hit Kanye hard. First, problems with his ex-wife and daughter, then the release of Carti's album without his involvement. All of this, on top of Kanye's already unstable mental state, was the final blow. At some point, West once again addressed Iggy Azalea, Playboy Carti's ex-girlfriend and mother of his son Onyx. He wrote, "Hey, Iggy Azalea, I want Onyx to rap on my track. He's my nephew, and I'll also rap about one of your businesses." What the hell? By the way, Iggy responded to the rapper quite promptly. She wrote that she finds it unpleasant to read mentions of herself and her son on social media. She also complained that Onyx is not Carti's only child, but he is the most popular one, so he is the one most often targeted by various rappers. Iggy wouldn't want her son to grow up and read so much about himself on the internet. Of course, Kanye couldn't stop there. He immediately wrote that he never slept with Iggy out of respect for Carti, as well as out of respect for A$AP Rocky, Pusha T, Tyga, and others. By saying this, he hinted that Iggy had slept with half of the rap game before she had Carti. Kanye also decided to clarify something about Carti himself. Firstly, he is convinced that Playboy Carti hates women. Here's his quote. Carti the misogynist told me to stop writing about Nazis. Why do broke people always try to tell me what to do? I forgot. Jews tell them it's okay to make songs about murder, but then they give me suggestions about what I can say. However, with each passing day, more and more posts dedicated to Carti are appearing on his Twitter account. In some, he threatens to end his career. In others, he simply calls him a weak child. There is also a video where Kanye says the following.
But then Carti stupid ass, this nigga just stupid, bro. It's like, you don't know when I'm dealing with my kids. This ain't your niece, nigga. This is my daughter, nigga. Don't fuck with me, boy. Don't fucking play with me, nigga. You letting these white people use us against each other. You letting these Jews use us against each other, nigga. I put you on, nigga.
But Playboy Carti is not the only one who got hit by Kanye today. The rapper also wrote that he hates Kendrick Lamar's track Not Like Us. Kanye also mentioned Kendrick's participation in I Am Music. I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. He raps very well, but I didn't need to hear him on Carti's album. The posts about Kendrick continued, and the rapper wrote, Kendrick sounds like a rapist. No one has ever listened to Kendrick or knows any of his songs. Kendrick was an industry puppet, and then they got rid of him. Actually, I liked Kendrick's show at the Cup, but I or Drake deserved the Cup before Kendrick. He posted pictures hugging Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, Playboy Carti, and Virgil Abloh. Everyone turned away from me when I told the truth, he wrote in the post. You were deceived by the Jews and, oh yeah, the French.
You know, it's really interesting. I didn't realize that I could be considered anti-Semitic till I read one of the definitions of anti-Semitism. Look at this. The definition says, making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective, such as, especially, but not exclusively. This sounds like a, let them go by. What was that? All right, so it says, think about it, that sounds like the type wording that's in the contracts, right?
Indeed.
Okay, it says, such as, especially, but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
But isn't that what you said? That Jews run everything?
Yeah, but that actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, you know, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a
Do you regret your statements?
Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering...
What do you mean walk?
After this, Kanye decided to go after Tyler, the Creator. He wrote, this guy hasn't recorded a single memorable song. He's like an artist who has done everything possible except a good verse or song, and his entire last album is just stealing my language and techniques. Who's next? Future and Metro Boomin, who, according to Kanye, invited him for a remix of Like That, the track that sparked the diss exchange between Kendrick and Drake. The rapper wrote, they invited me for the Like That remix, but after I mentioned the head of the major label Universal Music Group, they stopped answering my calls and didn't release the song on streaming platforms.
That's that shit that get you put up at the section.
By the way, Kanye also added this about Future. After listening to Carti's album, I'll say something I never thought I'd say. Future fell off. He also posted a screenshot from Ty Dolla $ign's social media, his collaborator on the Vultures album series. After Kanye's tweets about Hitler, Ty Dolla wrote, I do not condone any form of hate toward anyone. Kanye, posting the screenshot of this post, wrote today, I don't need to be justified.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
In the comments, someone replied that he just needed someone like Kendrick to drop a new Meet the Grahams on Kanye, one of Kendrick's diss tracks aimed at Drake. Kanye's response, Kendrick, please come and diss me on behalf of Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange is the head of Universal. Kanye now has another big and powerful enemy. Drake also caught some strays from the rapper. In his Twitter posts, Kanye repeatedly insulted Drake.
Drake's outfits in Australia are horrible. He needs help. I didn't know he was filming Barbie too. Drake is a gay man, has been, and always will be. I wouldn't want to give him any credit. Previously, Kanye had repeatedly insulted his Canadian colleague, saying his rap had become utterly meaningless and dull, claiming that Drizzy sold his soul to the devil, and even supporting Kendrick Lamar during the heated beef.
Drake don't do it outright diss song where it's a headshot. He's gonna set it up like war. He gonna do stuff like live 5 blocks down the street from you.
Where's that crept through the light switch? That
Yeah.
Down the block, made a right, yeah. Cut the lights, yeah. Pay the price, yeah.
He gonna go and DM every single girl in your family, every single girl around your family, but it's all psychological. So it's like, what button is someone gonna hit?
Kanye also shared on Twitter that he had received multiple threats on his phone, allegedly from Drake's inner circle. Afterward, Kanye added that this would be the last time he insults Drake because it looks like he actually cares. Although just 2 weeks ago, West was trying to reconcile with Drake, even confessing his love for him. But let's not forget how it all started. The rapper didn't let up on Carti, continuing to throw insults his way. I kept quiet about the fact that I could have been on the album, but the fact that he went to my ex and asked my daughter to be on a song 2 days later was too much, Kanye wrote. The rapper also apologized to Carti's ex, tweeting, I tried to shame Iggy. I said she was always with someone I knew. Iggy, please forgive me for mentioning your son. That was in Carti's style.
Kanye's posts were filled with insults. Some of them were so extreme we can't even show them. Kanye wrote, "Was it even worth it for Carti to talk to my baby mama? Carti is just a dumber, simpler version of Virgil. The only thing I can say is that I shouldn't have reached out to your baby mama about recording a song, and you shouldn't have rapped about Skims. I was always on Carti's side. All these celebrities watch the Kardashians screw me over with my kids. Carti is just a nice guy, but he crossed the line, and now I will do everything I can to legally burn him in a gas chamber. I am your worst enemy." The contradictory posts, where Kanye first praises Carti and then switches to extreme insults, continued. Carti responded to this entire tirade with a very brief reply, simply telling West to shut up. But perhaps this was the best choice. Arguing with Kanye is pointless, and trying to get through to him rationally is impossible. Even looking at how this conflict started, it all seems absurd. Kanye's resentment is understandable, but this definitely wasn't something that needed to be made public, especially not in the way West did it. It's hard to overstate how much Kanye did for Carti's career. However, a lot doesn't mean everything, so Carti has every right to cut ties with West, even though their relationship was once very good. Let's not forget what Kanye previously said about Carti.
What makes Carti so special to you? Like, it's like on some like Ye and like it's like the super young Ye energy. What is it about Carti?
I saw it when we did season 3. We had a concert afterwards,
Right.
and at the season 3 fashion show, we had a concert, and we were in a smaller venue, and he went to the stage and just all the kids lit up. Like it was a different level of energy. That was about 10 years ago, 9-10 years ago.
Damn.
And since then, it's just, the trajectory is just crazy. He's getting better and better and just honing his skills. And, he's considered to be the best live performer at this point. Most, he don't even be putting this shit on streaming services and then go crazy and stuff like that.
He's definitely
Uzi the future. I just need to tell you that. Lil Uzi.
Little Uzi.
Lil Uzi, like, remember I said future?
Yes, you said it on here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got a couple.
Well, really, you know what it is? It's always two. It's always two at a time. You know what I mean? It's really Carti and Uzi. It's really Carti and Uzi. Playboy Carti and Uzi.
We had Quavo and
Together, they created many hits, and not just the joint track from Kanye's latest Vultures album. Let's not forget the first Donda release, where Carti delivered one of the best verses. However, it seems like this conflict is just heating up. Twitter is flooded with messages from Kanye calling out the entire rap and pop culture for turning their backs on him and betraying him. West even made a betrayal list, naming everyone who, according to him, has hurt him. Among them, Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z, Tyler the Creator, Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, Playboy Carti, the Kardashian family, all his children, his entire family, the black community, Jews, and so on. According to Kanye, it hurts to realize this because he gave his all to these people. What's most interesting though is that last night the artist shared a demo version of the album Bully on his Twitter. This is exactly the release that Kanye had been preparing since the release of the last part of Vultures and had repeatedly mentioned working on the album. Audience expectations for the release were quite mixed, largely due to Kanye's sharp statements and yet another escalation. Before the album's release, Kanye shared a cover on Twitter featuring Nazi symbolism. Of course, the album did not come out in that form, but the fact that Kanye is crossing the line remains a fact. Outstanding artists worked on Bully, Playboy Carti, Roddy Ricch, Peso Pluma, Ty Dolla $ign, The Game, and of course, West himself. Although, given West's conflict with Carti, their new collaboration seemed impossible, this did not stop Kanye from sharing a demo version of their track on Bully.
Way too much smoke, I need more ammo.
The album itself turned out, as always in Kanye's style, highly controversial, at the very least, because on the release, the artist called Beyoncé and Jay-Z's children retarded. The music on the release is beautiful, albeit raw. Most of the tracks do not even have a drum section, and for a large part of the album, the rapper used AI to write, adding that he did not enjoy the experience at all. Unfortunately or fortunately, the album is unlikely to make it to streaming platforms in this form. Given Ye's persistent stubbornness and escalation, as well as the industry's sensitivity, he will not be able to release the album due to a lack of sample clearance and is also unlikely to reach an agreement with the featured artists to officially release it. The rapper did not forget about Beyoncé and Jay-Z on his Twitter either, repeatedly making offensive remarks about them and their children. Here's what he wrote, quote, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyoncé's younger children? They are retarded. Not in the literal sense of the word, but because artificial insemination means having retarded children." Later, Kanye deleted the post but wrote that he did so not because he is a good person, but because someone from his team forced him to do it. Kanye also continued his conflict with his ex-wife, claiming that the Kardashians are human traffickers. Kanye has repeatedly stated that he does not want his children to be dragged into the entertainment industry. He also loves to protect his daughter North and criticize Kim for the way she dresses her, saying it is inappropriate for a child. However, the artist himself recorded a track featuring North.
I love it here, we gonna take over the year for another year.
Interestingly, he has previously used his daughter's name in the strangest statements.
My mom saved my life. My dad wanted to abort me. My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy. Kanye, we love you.
Well, controversial behavior has already become Kanye's signature style, and understanding the logic behind his actions is really difficult. However, the rapper also shared rather empathetic posts. Kanye wrote that after seeing his daughter in a revealing outfit, he wanted to take his own life. Before that, he made a touching post about his mother, quote, "People ask if I'm okay. I think about ending my life at least once a month since the day my mom died during surgery. I always blamed myself. It felt like if that had never happened, my mom would still be alive." However, justifying the rapper's behavior with the death of his mother is not right, no matter how much one might want to. Kanye is pushing the limits too far, not only with his family and close artists, but with everyone around him. It seems like he really wants to end up completely alone, as Kanye seems to be persistently driving all his close ones away. Recently, Russian designer Gosha Rubchinsky ended his partnership with Kanye West and Yeezy, which he announced on his Instagram. Is this related to Kanye's recent statements? Most likely, yes. It's hard to imagine anyone continuing to collaborate with Kanye after everything he's been doing publicly. But Carti was that person. Yet now Kanye has lost him too. One might assume this beef is just hype for the release of I Am Music and Bully, but considering previous years, it's really hard to believe that Kanye picks fights intentionally rather than simply because he has lost his mind. This current breakdown of Kanye, in its current form, not only burns bridges between him and the last drop of loyalty from his closest allies, but also harms him personally. Who will still stand by the rapper now? Recently, the entire industry has become quite sensitive. One wrong statement and you're cancelled. That's exactly why no one wants to take responsibility for Kanye's actions. So does this mean Kanye is now against everyone in the industry? You could say so. But we will continue to follow the events and hope for the best. What do you think about everything happening around Kanye right now? As always, we look forward to your opinion in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. See you all.